Well, here's the funny thing. Ecuador, because it's in the equator, we don't have like too much seasons out of it. So we can expect to have rain and basically no rain. This time of the year, it's our rainy season. So we do have a lot of rain coming our way. The rain is basically dictated because of the high elevation and the mountains where we are. And yeah, we can have mountains with snow, and this is because of the high elevation. So say anything that is over 4,000 meters or so, you can expect for those hills to have snow on it, even in the equator. That is quite impressive. And some nights, the temperature can go drop and low, not below zero. We haven't experienced below zero, but you can get closer to it, yeah? And this is because, again, the high elevation. So this is an unusual weather for us actually right now, because it's supposed to be much more rainy than this actually, yeah. So you guys, just to make it easy for everybody to get it, that red line that you see on the ground right there, it marks the equator, the navel of our planet. Yeah, we even have a little sundial here, but it may work today because the sun is out. And there goes the line, check it out. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. And of course, we have the official sign that reads the 00 on it. So pretty good idea, right? To put a line right there so you can all see it and make it much easier for everybody to realize that they are stepping right in the center of our planet. There you go. You guys, nice and comfy at home, can just see that firsthand. So this museum is dedicated to give and to share information that it goes a little bit over the touristic side of it, and is much more interactive and dynamic, as you will see pretty soon. Now, have you heard about toilets draining in one direction in the northern hemisphere and draining the other direction in the south hemisphere?
Yes, but we don't believe it.
All right. Me too. Me too. So we're on the same page. Now, have you heard about Coriolis?
No?
No? All right. How about hurricanes and typhoons?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So this is basically the way how you can describe the operation of these natural events. So you know that our planet rotates. The rotation of our planet makes things like those to happen. Now, as I say, Ecuador, here we don't have any of those things because we are in the very dead center of our planet. So I don't have to worry about time, day saving, changing my hour on my clock, because for me it's always 6 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. And that goes through the year, so there's no changes on it. The north you go, there's a massive way of ocean currents that tend to move in one direction. The southern you go, there's another way how ocean currents tend to move. Now, this museum has come out with a very clever demonstration in how these forces work. And Ronaldo, my friend right here, is just getting ready to give us a private demonstration and how these forces work. You ready?
He will make a kind of a trick, I suppose.
Let me show you, and then I can explain you what this whole thing is about. How about that?
Okay.
Here it comes.
1, 2, and 3. Okay.
You see that little leaf on the side? It just went straight down the hole.
Okay. Now.
And now Ronaldo is just moving that container to what will be the southern part of the equator line. He's just gonna repeat that demonstration. Pouring some water in. He's just gonna plug. And look at the leaves going out the other way. Cool. So this is what happened in the southern hemisphere. Now, if we move to the northern side of the line, just walking up that direction now, and do the same procedure. Here goes the water. And Ronaldo is ready to take the plug out. 1, 2, and it goes out. There he goes. You see some of those leaves moving right in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Can you show me this sink underneath or on the back? Because you can put some magnets. I don't know how it happens.
Yeah, here goes. I'm going under now, so you can see it. Yeah, that's the bottom part of it.
You have
Yep.
a bottom, I'm sure.
And there you can see the water and the bucket. Yeah. Now, believe me, I have been in this place for I don't remember how many times so far. And there's always very interesting questions, theories, about how did they do it? What's going on? Why the water goes one way and the other way? After just what we walk is probably 4 steps from one side to another. Yeah.
Very good. And Roberto, usually when you go to cafeteria, local people drink coffee or kind of a tea, special tea, or what?
We love coffee, myself included. That will be the first drink to go. And that will be like morning, afternoon. Believe it or not, we do produce a very, very good coffee in this region. And the coffee is the first thing. In the afternoon, you may go for tea, herbal teas, those types of things are what people like most of the afternoon. But yeah, I mean, the tea, we have your chamomile tea, up to herbs that you can only find in Ecuador, such as guayusa, that is extracted from the rainforest of my country. Have you heard about mate in Argentina?
Sure.
Yeah.
You have
Guayusa.
one pack from our trip last year.
Yeah. Guayusa is quite similar to it. It is not that strong as mate in Argentina, but it has a very similar chemical composition to it. Yeah. Now, tell me, can you see the map on your screen? I put a map on the screen. All right. You're using a computer, am I right?
Yeah, we can see and we can hear you much better now.
Cool, good. So this is the part where I'm going to talk about Galapagos a little bit more. And what you can see out on the screen is the map of the islands. There's 19 islands in the archipelago. And if you see in some of them, I have included those tiny red dots. Those represent the places where people live. So the one that I grew up in is Santa Cruz. That's very much in the center part of the archipelago. Let me see if I can point out for you.
Yeah, we see it.
Yep, so right there, right in the center. And this is the island where today I will take you in this virtual tour. We always try to choose an island and maybe try to use something that this island is well known for. And Santa Cruz, this island, is the best place in Galapagos to see probably the most iconic animal of the islands, and that is the giant tortoises, this giant turtle that we have in this part of my country. And in order to do that, what you can do is go to 2 different places that I have marked in the map that you can see. One of them is in a captive breeding center. So you will see how we're helping these animals to come back from extinction in some cases. And the place that I like the most is the second location in the same island. And this is going higher, maybe about 400 meters above sea level, and reaching a part of the islands where the vegetation looks quite like a small rainforest. We know to this place as the highlands of Santa Cruz, and it's a place where there's a constant rain most of the year. It remains like it. So it's the perfect setting for these giant reptiles to be.
What other animals endemic you have for the islands besides the turtles?
In this location, there is several others birds, especially. We have finches. Finches are unique to this side of the islands as well. And they use the forest that you can see on the back of this animal as their main home. This is a forest that is endemic to Galapagos. You cannot find it anywhere else in the world. Have you heard about dandelions?
Personally, no. Um, okay, yeah.
Dandelions are those little plants that you blow into the air, and when you do it, you have these tiny little like parachutes that flow in the air.
Yeah, I didn't know the English.
So that's a type of dandelion plant that in Galapagos grows to be over 20 meters high. So instead of being a teeny tiny plant, say as in the rest of the world, in Galapagos, this plant has grown up to be as big as a tree and is filling the space of trees. This is the forest that you will see on the back. I also included a little picture of the flower that you can see on the right side of the screen, because this is another thing that makes this part of the island so unique. The forest is pretty much as unique as the tortoises and some of the other birds that lives in the forest. So sadly, the forest that is in the picture, it has been cut down by people who lives in this island. And now we only have like 1% of it in some of the islands. In others, they have become extinct, so there's no more patches of these forests. But this type of forest is so unique because it's the one that provides to the giant tortoises, to these giant turtles, and also to the birds that live nearby, home, food, shelter, all of these things that come out of this type of trees. Yeah.